later on. The sub-gifting is just nuts. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a live, well, if you're on Twitch, it's live, a 1v1 Black Forest matchup between MBL and Daut. Now, this is a very classic Civ matchup because Celts is the one Civ that can deal with Britons quite handily. MBL is in the red. He's from Norway. He is playing as the Celts, and then Daut is playing as the Britons. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is yet another pro Black Forest game. The last one we saw was with Daut and Jordan, and it was pretty epic. I'm really hoping that this one can match up to that. Black Forest, if you're not too familiar with Age of Empires, is kind of one of those maps that you almost always start on, you know, as a noob, because you can wall up the choke points in between the trees and then add economy, and you don't have to worry about any early pressure. Pros, because they're so fast and so versatile, they oftentimes do not play on maps like this. Now, this is an interesting engagement. Daut's actually winning this. If you were to fight... Oh my goodness, the scout's going. Daut's still winning. MBL has to run away. It's important to pay attention to the choke points. Now, Black Forest is played on Explored, so they can see the map. Oh, and there's an opening this way. Whoa, so this is very uncommon for Black Forest. There's an opening here and an opening here. I guess I'll just briefly talk about the locations of the resources, but we won't need to focus on it too much, as the main gold for MBL, the second and the third gold are here. The two neutrals are down in this area, which again is open and accessible for both players. Daut has a secondary gold tier, his third gold tier, and then his main here. Now, if I think you're Daut, you want to go for early aggression because Celt Siege is so strong versus Britons. We'll have to see. Neither of them looking to wall yet. I say that as MBL is running out. Daut is fine with the Civ matchup? Well, it depends. He might be T90 fine with the Civ matchup. Depends on how he plays this. Oh! Now, Daut's Scout has 5 HP. MBL's has 9 HP. And Daut, he really can't fight this now. Fairly good job for MBL, I think, with his civilization, since he wants to get to late game. He should be the one to wall here, and that's exactly what he's doing. Alright, 1 second to go through the shoutouts. For those of you on YouTube, we've had a lot of people subbing to the stream today, which is the best way to support my content. And Sean has, and many people have been going off with gifted subs. So, thank you guys. Is MBL going to get woo-woo-wooed? No, he won't. He's walled up. The Vapor Trails has 19 months. Veteran fan and will continue to be here for another 19 months. Thank you so much, Vapor Trail, for everything. You're awesome. Mugsy Baloney, welcome back for 2. Travis, thank you for gifting Casio. Sean gifted, oh boy, Cisco, Midrin, Platinum, No Skill Error. There's probably more out there, guys. I'll do some of those shoutouts in between the games here as we finally got a match. Sometimes you get extra boars and extra deer on this map. It seems like MBL has an extra boar here. I believe he's coming out for that now. That or to wall this up early. Now, pro players don't like walling up early, as Daut brings in one of his extra boars, because it's idle time for them. The villagers could be collecting eco, and that's really what it comes down to in Age of Empires, how your economy's set up. Now, MBL got a wall here instead, okay. I feel like later on he should definitely prioritize this, but I think he didn't come out this far because of the fact that it would be such a long distance for her to walk. She'd get sore feet. Now, MBL started off as a Black Forest player. 2 to 3 years ago, MBL, he started on Black Forest, as did many of his teammates. Hart, I'm not so sure about Leary, but I know Hart as well used to be a quote-unquote pro Black Forest player. So he should be very familiar with the map and style. Oh, that mining camp makes me want to cry, man. It could have been a little bit better there. Could have pulled it back 1 tile. But anyway, we won't focus on this. He's still a pro, guys. I believe they're both going for a fast castle build. Daut pushing in the deer. He's had 3 boars. He's had plenty of sheep, which of course he collects fast as Britons. Now let's go. So, overall thoughts from those of you on the stream. How do you think Daut will play this? Daut's going to lose his scout. Good stuff from MBL. And Daut's also bringing in yet another boar for food. what are your thoughts on the civs? I mean, Daut in Castle Age could push this, but in the choke points, if MBL fat slobs it up and builds stone walls, I really don't see Britons being able to push. And Britons, they have that range with their longbows in late game. You can use that range to micro down siege, but Celt Siege Ram is the one thing they really can't deal with. Who would you put your money on? I would put my money on MBL, because he's very experienced in Black Forest. Also, he's played this slightly better. He has his scout still alive. And he also has the better civs. So I'd put my money on MBL, but just to clarify, I'm not putting any money down here. I put money down for the players to win, and we're going to cast the matches. How dare you use the words Black Forest and Pro in the same sentence? Listen, Harry, Mr. I lost a fat slop. You got to be careful what you say, man. I remember some things that you've said on this stream. If MBL makes more forward walls and takes us to MP wins. Yes, I agree. So I think that if he can stonewall this area up and then stonewall this area up, he should have an edge. Now, the other aspect is all of my Black Forest knowledge is mainly coming from AOC, which is Age of Conquerors. In Age of Conquerors, Britons, they couldn't cut through the trees, and Fatslop, he plays with the Conquerors because Vikings, they can't cut through trees with Onagers. But with the new balance, you actually can cut through the trees, so I don't even know if mass stone walls is worth it when you could see Daut go for something like Fast Imp, well, not Fast Imp, but a decently timed Imperial, get Onager to cut through the trees and then send in his archers. So I think MBL needs to be leery of that, and I think scouting would be the most important thing. He has a scout. The castle time is the exact same. The only difference is that MBL has a scout and Daut does not now. Yeah, they're both on their way up. And signs from both that they're going to be going for some type of a boom. That was deserved. Yeah. Yeah, it was deserved, Harry. Yo, Harry, I couldn't sleep last night. And oh, look at MBL. Oh, he's straggling. He's palisading the stragglers. I couldn't sleep last night. I went to Spring's stream, and I was watching you guys when Spring douched as Byzantines. That was a funny match. I was dying, man. So just to point out what the palisading is, if someone's on straggler trees like that, and you run in and the straggler tree is in your scout's line of sight, you can select a villager, place a palisade there, and it will delete it. And he did that to Daut, so his villagers would have to come out here and force a little bit of idle time. Now, Daut must expect a sneak. This is what happens when you lose your scout. We saw it when Daut and Jordan played in the past, and Daut knows that this area is wide open, and he must expect a sneak of some kind. So he's just walled up, which is honestly unnecessary because MBL's not going through. MBL will just go this way with the Siege Workshop. Does Daut see other entrance? He does, Spooky Sean, because it's played on Explored. And Black Force is played on Explored, even at the pro level. So I like MBL's logic. I think he knows that Daut would have to go for a very fast Imperial, and maybe Onager, and there's Arbalest to push him, or Longbows. So he's going to try and force Daut to make some form of military to defend from this. And also MBL's Civ is quite good at this, as they have the faster firing siege, and their lumberjacks are faster, so he can make up for the wood investment here quite quickly. Mau says, can you cut through the woods with mangonels? No, you need Onager, so you need to research Onager and Imperial. There we go. Daut finally kills MBL's scout. So now Daut is going to be forced to respond, and he's just built a bunch of town centers, and he's going to be forced to respond by sending 3 villagers to Stonewall. Something he might not have time for if MBL spots this. Let's see. He sees the 1 stone wall. There we go. I mean, Daut could lose some vills here. He's going to have to micro. And even still, the stone walls are not going to be strong enough versus a few mangonels. Daut's micro is quite good. Oh, there we go. I jinxed him, chat. Let's get the T90 jinxes going. And yeah, this is exactly how MBL should play this, I believe. Even going for a monastery now. And he will batter his way through this layer of stone walls already. And Daut going for his own siege workshop. He will have a hill, but I don't think this is ideal. In fact, MBL can go through this way if he wants, because of the pond. And another villager goes down for Daut. And yeah, Daut with the civ disadvantage. And certainly not in the best position now. He might have one extra villager, but MBL, he has no idle time back at home. MBL probably looking for his third town center, and he is. So, this could be quite good for Daut because he has the advantage of knowing where MBL's units are. I mean, he has a lot of idle time here, and MBL knows that Daut will be coming out of the siege workshop soon, so he wants to avoid this. But Daut does have that home field advantage. Now, both of these civs have pretty poor monks. They're not civilizations of faith, so the monks are here mainly to convert any knights that Daut might make to kill the mangonels. And look how MBL is getting hit the hill now. He didn't want to sit here. And now, if Daut gets a hit on these mangonels, because you do 25% less damage firing uphill, he will not be able to one-shot a full HP mangonel. This one's on 45 HP, so he might get it. Yeah. And now this one as well is on 40 HP, so it's actually possible here as well. But no, MBL micros it, and MBL converts a villager. The villager is here now to repair the mangonel. MBL's also out of his stable, and with one knight, he could kill the mangonels from Daut. Daut is... I mean, he's going for that boom, but will he have the time? Now, there's that uphill hit I was referring to. But, oh, MBL's micro too good! And you know what? He could use this spear to finish off this mangonel, and it's so close now where the pairs come in. Daut's fine for now, but MBL microing again, the knight arrives, and good night to the mangonel. MBL stays alive on 2 HP. The knight investment well worth it, and this conversion worth it as well. Now look at Daut. He's going to try and kill this thing. That's not going to happen. Daut's TC is on fire. Is this fine, chat? Is this fine? I don't think so for Daut. I think this is very awkward for him. You know, the funny thing is he does have quite a big eco behind this. That's the one thing we cannot forget. But he's at 56 vills, MBL's at 55, and MBL has not had to repair his TC, MBL has not lost farms, and he has not had the idle time. Daut just now adding his own stable to try and stop this. Now, this, in the end, is not a huge investment for MBL. He didn't over-invest in any of these attacks. So, I definitely feel like this is good for him. Look at this monk. Look at this old man. Who says old man can't move? Now, this has been walled up by Daut, which was smart. More mangonel micro. Daut's mangonel micro not near as good. MBL using attack grounds and getting 2 shots. This mangonel needs to be repaired. Saying that Daut inevitably will kill this. It's on 11 HP now. I think so anyway. Don't want to jinx it again. Daut doesn't want to leave his hill. And there we go. Daut gets the pick. They're both on hills there. Daut would have killed this if it wasn't for the hill. Now, this woman, who was formerly Daut's woman, she's converted to the other team. She's built a new siege workshop, and she's also getting plenty of repairs in. And look at MBL go. He's going to kill 2 more mangonels. Now, this is where it's awkward. Wall her in. Yes. Wall her in. That's so clutch from MBL. Oh my god. See, he has no monk here to convert the knights. This is funny stuff. This is just the fight before the fight. We will see something in Imp. MBL doesn't want to leave his siege workshop now. I think Daut will have dealt with the threat, and he might build a castle on the front because he's been on stone. Schmidt, we started early because of this show match, man. Yeah, see, Daut's building this castle. You cannot feel comfortable here, can he? To build it right there instead of maybe here. That's gonna influence where he can build the farms and go for the gold. But, anywho, that's a nice little engagement for early Black Forest, I have to say. Let's look at the economy for MBL. Economy for MBL looking very strong. He's going for his 4th town center now. Also going to stone. His mangonel hops out, kills one of Daut's, and, well, ends up being 1 for 1 in the end. Now, this is going to be very important. The extra golds are here. MBL also could have taken his time to try and take these relics. I mean, that's almost humanly impossible to be able to focus on all that micro your economy and get those relics, but something he should maybe think about. Why do you play Black Forest Unexplored? Well, because the map generation can be very different. If it was not played on Explored, then players could sneak through here, and I think that because the map generation is not very consistent, it puts a lot more emphasis on scouting, and while that's a good thing at this level, it's just always been played and explored for that reason. Yeah, MBL's the first to cook up to the Imperial Age. Jero, welcome. Bradle with 8 months says T90 rules. Thank you, man. Jack and Dolini, thank you for the sub. I'm Jesus, thank you. I can't help but laugh at this villager. Like, this used to be Doutsville. Come on, get a kill, MBL. That's so worth it. He just killed that Maganel. And the villager he lost was... It used to be Doubts. This is so funny. The value with that chick is just unreal. She got repairs, which helped out so much earlier in those fights. Oh man, so funny. Now the question is, what will MBL go with? Because Daut has clicked up to the Imperial Age as well. He will soon get 2 castles. MBL obviously sees the castle. Now, while Celts have the options to beat Britons, the struggle comes in with having the time to research them. So that's normally when you would like mass Stonewall on Black Forest. And MBL has not done that, which he might regret. See, he's gotten an infantry defense upgrade, which means that he's considering Woad Raiders. He's building his castle here to protect this choke point. But just to research Onager, it's 800 food and 500 golds. And just Onager is not good enough for his Britons. You would need to have Onager and Siege Ram. So with Capture Ram and Siege Ram, that's 1300 food in total. That's a lot of time in total. So Daut can certainly win this game. Now, the other cool thing about Britons is they get Warwolf Trebuchets. And that's not something that I have seen on... Well, I've seen it very rarely at this level, but I also have not seen it on Black Forest for sure. So Daut may be thinking about building his next castle over here to protect this area soon. And he's longbows. See, look! The Maganel! Getting a kill there, weakening a few. Worth it. How many TCs do both players have? I imagine it's 4. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 for Daut. Okay, that could be why he's behind a bit in the villager count. I think it's 4 for MBL. 1, 2, 3, and 4, yes. A little bit more feasible, I guess, with Celts to keep them running. Now, I guess the game plan for MBL is to send a few Woad Raiders to the right-hand side so he can protect this gold. Oh, he's going to build a castle here as well. Both players actually thinking about that. Now, with Onager and Woad Raider, I think MBL can take fights now, but as the longbows mass for Daut, it'll be tough. Longbows have 9 range before Bracer comes in. It'll soon be 10 range, and Onagers, they're capped at 8. And see Daut thinking about this. Sitting his knights here, now he sees the villagers building the castle. MBL's castle will be denied if he doesn't realize this. Doesn't seem like he has realized this. And here come the Woad Raiders, now he knows. It's also worth pointing out that Daut has 3 relics. And Daut is going to build this castle, and I don't imagine he's going to allow MBL to stay up for very long. MBL researching Siege Onager, though. And down go the knights, but Daut didn't care about these knights anyway. That's why the knights wanted speed longbows, but they got sent out on a horse. I'm probably upset about it now. Well, they're dead, so they can't even think about it. It's fine. So, the other reason that Celt Siege is really strong is because of their unique technology called Furor Celtica. And with Furor Celtica, you get more HP, so with the additional HP on your Siege, it makes it even more difficult for Daut to use his range to micro them down. And there we go, MBL researching that now.
Ready. Yay.
Now, while Siege is expensive, Celts have the eco for it, and I should say that Elite Longbow is not cheap either. They create kind of slow, and I think Elite Longbow, what is the cost for that again? This is something I rarely look at. Oh, I'm so noob with tech trees. Does it say the cost here? Look away before the stream judges me. I think it's 1,200 food, 800 gold, which is quite expensive. Because normally you don't want food as Britons, you just want wood and gold. I'm so bad with tech trees, I never even look at them, honestly. Do woads perform properly against longbows? No, they really don't. But it's good to have. And there we go, Daut is going for Warwolf. So, Warwolf, this I can show you on the tech tree. Warwolf, trebuchets get 0.5 blast radius, 100% accuracy. So, it's going to be all about the tankiness of the Celts versus the range of the Britons here. Like, Warwolf is that new technology, which is so incredibly strong versus melee and ranged units, as the Trebs have 16 range and they have a huge blast radius now. So I'm so pumped for this. This is going to be so cool. And Daut's going Cavalier as Britons, which is normally a horrible choice, but it's actually quite a good choice. Because with the Cavalier, he can pick off the Siege Onagers. And he's expecting MBL to go full Siege. MBL will have his Woad Raiders. Wow, this is gonna be so cool. Chat, if you're hyped for this, can we get the T90 goes? Let's go. This is gonna be so cool. This game could easily go on for centuries, though, because Daut doesn't really have a strong option to push. He can defend well, but he can't really push in. Now, he is getting onagers, so maybe he can cut through the trees with that soon. MBL making a lot of room for himself to attack. And now he has 380 HP siege rams. Now, in one single fight, Daut can die. If these siege rams tank a lot of the arrow fire, and one volley, the longbows, they'll get flattened. They don't even stand a chance. Let's go to Daut's point of view and see what he's able to see. He does see the Woad Raiders now, and MBL without these would have struggled. Now, I'm curious to see how the trebuchets fare against something like the siege rams. I can't imagine they do too well. If they can deal with siege rams, that would make this interesting. I feel like it's kind of broken if they can deal with siege rams with that blast radius, but MBL has now opened up a path. Every time he gets in close to longbows, you get a few arrows into the siege onagers. And oh, MBL's gonna load up in the siege rams. This is so smart. Daut sees this. Now, MBL doesn't know about the Cavalier threat. Oh, man, and Daut's running back now. This not only makes the rams a little bit faster, but it hides the Woad Raiders. This is a brilliant move. Daut has to micro. He is to constantly micro. Here's MBL's point of view. He does not see the Cavalier just yet. His siege onagers have died, and I think that though it was a nice move from MBL, what can he really do against this? The Woad Raiders will die once they come out of the rams. Daut, do not kill your own longbows with the onagers, please. See, the issue against longbows is oftentimes you can't get in close, so the Woad Raiders have been allowed to do that. You know what? That's not bad for MBL, if you ask me. It's not too bad. He killed some longbows and he killed some siege and cavalier. Like, the KD is definitely in Daut's favor, but I don't think it was too bad of an investment. Somebody asked me a few weeks ago, why don't pros play Black Forest? Well, normally because it ends up being like this, and it's very campy. And poor MBL, he just can't approach. He had the right idea with the siege rams, but he just can't get in close. Like, that's as good as the engagement could have been, really. He would need to have more siege onagers and more rams the next time he engages for it to be worth it. Longbows going to snipe the elite Woad Raiders before they even get here. But again, Daut does need to be careful. Now he has the mass where he can pick off the siege onagers. It is 3 relics for Daut, 2 for MBL, and MBL has all of these extra gold. So MBL banking in over 3,000 extra gold for now because of those neutrals. Also, I realized that Daut got guilds early and he's sold. Guilds allows you to have a better trade for selling your wood and your food or whatever you might want to sell. So MBL doesn't have as much gold in the bank. And here come the Cavalier. MBL needs to be careful here. MBL A little bit of a misplay. Well, it's quite a big misplay, in fact. Doubt's Cavalier investment paying off right there. And picking off those siege onagers for free. Most pros don't play Black Forest because Fatslav has scared them away. Well, I can't say the real reason why pros don't play Black Forest, because Viper will send me a nasty message. So I have to just say what I've said, Harry. We'll try not to bring that up. That's an idea from someone in the chat. MBL needs to go to the other side. In fact, he's doing that right now. Siege Rams coming in. The Trebuchets, the Wold Raiders. This castle will surely die for Daut. And now Daut is a bit distracted, isn't he? At the same time, Daut trying to close in. MBL able to hold with these numbers. And I said that this would die. The Siege Rams should do quite a bit of damage here. The Trebs are also attacking the castle. I think it'll die. Yeah, it will die. But MBL still losing so much gold. I think if you would have asked Daut at the beginning of this game about these trades, like, hey, would you lose a castle to kill 10 Siege Rams, 2 Trebuchets, and a bunch of Siege Onagers and Wolds, he would say for sure. But oh my god, the push is coming back on the side. I completely forgot about it. I thought MBL was just going to sit back. He's still getting close, but... Oh, that ram was close to killing 3 Trebs. He just can't find a convincing push. I think MBL has the right idea, though. Just hitting from multiple angles. Now again, while Daut has 43 more kills in one single shot and one misplay from Daut, he'll lose all of his longbows. So, you know, I would almost like to see MBL dock this and build a demo or something. I guess that wouldn't really be worth it. It'd just get trebbed down, but wouldn't that be funny? Boom! That'd be sweet. You know, I think the issue is with Warwolf is that the Trebs won't do any damage, really much damage to Siege. Siege Rams, that is. And the splash might not affect the Woad Raiders all that much. So maybe that's why Daut is not using his Trebuchets. I would like to see that used a little bit more, though. MBL now seeing that Daut is arriving with his longbows on this side, as he's going back in on this side. It is extremely important that Daut has Cavalier to pick off the siege, because otherwise he's in trouble. And this is a big push from MBL. He's going to have 3 Trebuchets. He does have the siege onagers behind. Daut, he's getting kills, but the Woad Raiders surrounding the longbows now. It almost feels like Daut can't keep up with the speed of MBL. And that would make sense because his Civ is a bit slower. Another castle drops for Daut. Now this is not a trade he would have wanted to take. The score getting closer to going into MBL's favor. MBL has to deal with this light cav. This light cav is going to do so much. Because if he uses his siege onager to attack it, he'll kill his own units. But Daut losing the castles, he needs to make longbows. This will be one of his 2 castles remaining. And even this, I don't know if he can save it. MBL will go for an attack rounds here maybe on the Cavalier as the Cavalier come in. He will not, but the longbows are there. Oh, this is so intense. The longbows seeing the siege, coming over to get them. MBL obviously sees that the longbows are there because he's using his Trebs. Unfortunately, he does not have Warwolf. And Daut not doing much on the other side. Daut, be careful here. MBL's trying to cut a path for a siege. Yeah, Daut running away. It's 170 pop for MBL. It's 130 for Daut. And I would like to remind viewers that the civs were picked for this. So Daut chose Britain's for Black Forest. Nice attack round there from MBL. Very important to do when those units close in. Boom! Boom! He just can't get in close enough. I think MBL just needs to continue doing a lot of the same. Daut could starve him, though. I guess they both are struggling on gold, but Daut could possibly starve him out, seeing as he has an extra relic and was able to sell resources earlier. I don't know how I feel about this engagement from MBL. Well, you know what? He surrounded the longbows. That's as good as it gets, but I kind of feel like he should have waited for some more rams. He's selling plenty of wood now, so he can keep up with the gold. He's also running in with Woad Raiders into Daut's eco. Which is a smart move. Daut only has 82 vills. MBL is 130, so there's a big difference there. The Woad Raider rating has worked out. And you see this smart play from MBL. He doesn't keep them all in one area. He splits them up so he can get even more villager kills. And now he's pushing in again here. So we're closing in on 1 hour game time. And MBL still looking for that big juicy shot on the longbows. He might not even need it. And Daut's lacking the resources to add in the longbows. He's also lacking the castles. He only has 1 castle. The Woad Raider's killing so many vills. It's 66 villagers for Daut. His economy has just been torn to bits by these Woad Raiders. And MBL, he's not finished yet. Not on this side anyway, and not on this side either. Yeah, the second that MBL switched positions, Daut has been scrambling to keep up with it. And again, Britons, they can't push Celts, so you can't close in. They have really poor calves, so they don't have the best Cavalier and Light Cav. And so you close in versus Celts when they can attack grounder units, or they can make Woad Raiders and Halbs. That doesn't work, and then the longbows obviously need to use their range. And it's more of a hit and run unit. It is not a hit and move forward unit. And, oh god, Daut! He has to move here. He has to be very careful. And he has been careful, trying to use the Light Cav to pick off the siege. On the other side, though, these losses are possibly far too great. Like, Daut, he has food and wood at the moment, but look at his population. He might be close to calling it here. And also, his relics are close by. He has 1 castle remaining. That currently has rams on it. And possibly soon trebs from MBL. MBL, his KD might not have been the best to start off this game, but he really played this correctly. And yeah, this castle will die. MBL using these trebs to kill the castle. And then Daut can't make longbows. And I think this game is over. MBL has siege onagers on the TC of Daut. Daut has 25 idols out of 62 vills. MBL has chosen the best civ for this, and he has also played it to perfection, and Daut calls the GG. Just shy of 1 hour game time. I have to say to everybody watching the stream here, and of course YouTube as well, I guess, but that was much better than I expected it to be after I saw Daut's strategy. Like, my first thought was, oh god, this is going to go on for hours, and there's nothing that MBL can do. But he did the right thing to switch up the sides. So quite possibly a civ win, but can you really call it a civ win if Daut chose the civilization? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Not a civ win. Style win. Well played, MBL. There's the KD. Daut getting a few more kills, but the resource difference is huge. Celt's so good on closed maps. And also, if you're interested in the uptimes as well, it's all there. MBL's aggression was obvious from the get-go. He went for the earlier walls. He won the engagement versus Daut Scout. The Mangonels in Castle Age were good. I mean, that was pretty impressive. Just the Castle Age micro. And I think that his economy was always going to be better, but it was possibly a bit better because of the early harassment in Daut's eco. Glad to see you streaming today. I'm glad to be streaming today, man. Thank you. Okay, so the next game is coming up here shortly. I'll show you the civs they have remaining in a moment. Let me just update the scores for you all. Welcome everybody to the stream. If you're just getting